And we're live.
Yeah, that last guy, just to kind of fast forward the thing, he's got a vibe like I do, and on the previous hangout last month, we were having this long discussion about him and VR porn. He was really questioning me a lot about it, and my thing is like, it's not that amazing, it's not that great. It is something you should try if you have a vibe because you've spent a lot of money on this thing, so get in there and do it. But
he brought
was
his girlfriend
fascinating.
over. He brought his
He was
girlfriend over,
fascinating.
and like all whatever it was, 8, 12 guys in the hangout were totally telling her like, he should do it, you should do it, you'd be a great girlfriend, you could both do it, he could watch it, you could do it. Like, we were just really pitching the idea that he should be allowed to enjoy his porn.
Very against it, sitting right next to him there, and I was trying to like get to the bottom of why, and it seemed like she thought it was cheating in a way, and I was like, does she realize that you're just sort of watching a scene happen? It's not like a holodeck in Star Trek where you're like, come over here. And she comes over and like, all right, do this and that. And she does this and that. That's not the case. It's just, you're watching a video that you're inside of. That's the case with this VR. But she
felt like, different than watching two people do it. Having a girl do it to you, even though you don't feel it, you just see it that way, was more cheating than watching two guys.
Neither one of them is cheating. It's not real.
So he was, so of course he followed my advice, I guess, and got himself an account. So he got the best VR porn there is out there on the net. You want to go to naughtyamerica.com, get an account. The free VR porn is horseshit. So is the free 4K.
What's your percent? I'm curious, Kyle. What is your percentage of normal porn watched versus VR porn at this point? Do you often find yourself
100 to 1? Like there's no VR porn at all. I have all the tools. Look, if I want to watch VR porn, I gotta like come down to this room, right, with like my lubricant and like whatever I wear during a VR jerk session, and I've got to like, all right, then I gotta spend like half an hour like clicking, because you don't. It's one thing to click a video and watch 30 seconds of it and be like, no. It's a much different thing to be like, all right, ka-kunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. All right.
I picture Kyle's supplies being awesome. Like he's got a jar of lube. He's got that fucking robotic fleshlight thing, the auto blow. Maybe one of those flotation devices with the horse head in front of it. Yeah, just headed down the stairwell with all these things. Like,
what you don't know is that Red Bull cooler in the back is actually just lube.
It's just a big thing of lubricant.
It's filled.
Gallons of lubricant.
You know what people don't think about the VR porn is, if you're looking down and you're getting head and you're obviously doing it to yourself because it's not real, it's VR. Yeah. Who's going to have the confidence to ejaculate wildly out into the world with your eyes?
You have to plan ahead. You have to be like, all right, let me get a towel on the floor. Everything's going that way.
Too much, it ruins it. Because then you're on mess cleanup mode before anything's even done.
You're going to have to Dexter up your VR room.
You've got to like take that and make lay down the plastic cheating. But that is the case, you've got to blow that load completely blindly and hope for the best. But something really bad happened to this gentleman, our friend, our paying Patreon customer. He was engaging in a bit of virtual reality pornography, if you will. He was, jacking off, watching some chick fuck him or something. And his girlfriend walked in the room. And of course, he's got headset and the VR stuff on. He doesn't know she's there.
But it's mirrored.
And it's mirrored on his computer screen. So she goes, shut down. And he just goes, whoa, 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 whoa. It's there. Oh. Hey, and we're like, well, how bad did it go? He's like, well, I'm sleeping in here alone. Yeah, you got fucked up.
But it was great because she went to the couch. She's like, really? So I kind of won this, right? I'm in the bed.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like a winner.
What did she expect walking in? That every guy's doing that just because he decides to do it in the 21st century. Now you're getting all mad at him,
right? What is she, a Betamax?
Exactly.
I had something to say. Oh, I had this idea. I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you had the VR porn on, right? And then like a real girl would do the things that was happening in the VR porn.
That's what I suggested to him.
But the thing is, that just occurred to me that is the equivalent of just putting a paper bag over your girlfriend's head.
Yeah, it's worse than brown bagging. It's brown bagging and then sticking like a face on the brown bag.
It's so much more insulting than anything. Like, imagine if you were with a girl, and actually the only way it could work is if both of you are down, because if you're both like down You know, let's say you've been married for 20 years and you're just like, God, this just sucks. You're so ugly, and you know your tits sag so much, and this is a nightmare. Oh well, yeah, you're a real treasure to look at, fatty. And then they have fuck, but she gets to look at a nice, sexy guy, and he gets to look at a nice, sexy lady. And the only thing doing it is the fact that you feel those fat bodies pushing against one another.
Nigel, I'm gonna guess your name's Nigel because you're British and you look like a Nigel. You should get her a second vibe. You're gonna need her own setup too, because you can't power two with one computer, unfortunately. But she needs her own. Find her some hardcore like man porn. Like find something, and she'll be in there like blowing some huge dick or something, or like whatever she's into, a fish man or a horse or whatever.
And he'll walk in on her just on her knees blowing a fake dick. Like,
you should have watched Sunny. That happened in Sunny. In Sunny, like Frank and Mac are in VR and like they're like in Iraq, like clearing rooms. I accidentally shoot a kid, and then Mac's down there giving the kid CPR in VR. But then they pull back to the outside world, and Dennis and Charlie are watching. He's like, "So what is he doing? Blowing a kid?" Yeah, he's blowing a kid because he's like down on the ground, like blowing the kid. Like it's funny.
There is I think there was an app company that was doing some stuff with VR porn, and I think it's still in development now, where like a cam girl would be giving a blowjob to, you know, like a dick with a bunch of sensors in it. And you'd have like a fleshlight type thing that would move in the way that she was giving the blowjob.
So she's like giving head to like an Andy Serkis in Lord of the Rings Smeagol dick with all those little sensors stuck on his.
Yeah. And then the fleshlight would respond.
You don't want that.
I think that's an excellent.
She's bad at sucking fake dick.
I was gonna say, I feel like you could make a robotic dick.
I think if she's a cam girl, she's probably at that point to go that far, she's probably got some dick sucking.
If you're spending the money to pay a cam girl and have virtual reality and have you have some sort of thing mounted on your cock that responds to what a woman does across the country, guys, go escorts are $100 an hour. $300 if you want the hottest chick you've ever fucked. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't get it. Like you really all the technology when you get the real thing.
It did seem like it was overcomplicating a real basic issue. When
would be electrocuted, like nobody ever thinks about that. What if you die sitting in that chair, all hooked up to all these sensors and blowjob machines and
imagine explaining that to the parents.
Well, someone else has to explain it. Like somebody's got to come in. Like,
Kyle, if you ever died and I was there and I came down and you had, I heard the telltale and I'm like, God damn, it's been going for fucking 45 minutes now. I better go check on the guy. Give it a couple knocks, nothing. If I come in and you're dead, I promise you, hand on my heart, that I will take that thing off your dick. I'll pull your pants up and I'll change it to like Wikipedia, the Crimean War or something. Just something. It doesn't matter. Just something so boring that they'll look up and be like, oh, he was looking up what kind of engine was in that 1968, whatever. Who fucking cares?
He died of boredom.
That's what I'll do for you.
I appreciate that. I would do the same for anyone that I know and care about. If you're in a compromising position, what I want to know is who found David Carradine. What son of a bitch found him? Because they didn't even pull the man's goddamn pants up. He was a legend. He was the kung fu master. And they just left him there all
didn't pull his pants up.
Fucking dick hanging out, and it was all tiny and shriveled because he choked himself to death, all embarrassing. Like his dick probably turned black.
Is that how it goes, or does like all the blood go to it and you're just have an erection? I have no idea.
Cool if they came in and they're like, David's dead, and god damn what a dick he had. He never. Wow, all of his blood, like all the blood goes to it. No, that was sad though. I think he was hanging from like a doorknob or maybe hanging from like a closet or something. It was autoerotic asphyxiation for the uninitiated. Apparently, you choke yourself to the verge of unconsciousness or just past it during orgasm and then come back and it's a great. And
apparently, it's like super, super, super awesome.
Yeah, but don't try it.
But don't try it because that's how that guy died. He was in Kill Bill. But now he's just going to be known for being the guy who died masturbating, and nobody wants to be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, you could choke a girl out because then you can just let go and she'll come back to life.
Yeah, don't try that either.
But don't put anything in her mouth though, because when you choke a girl unconscious, she immediately like bites down, and that's I learned that the hard way.
Did you? Oh, nine-finger Kyle over there.
It literally wasn't. Who said it was my finger? It actually was my finger. But
no Kyle.
Yeah.
Whole half staff over here.
Oh, why did I come on here again?